We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons, like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Good afternoon once again. Welcome back to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. We bring you game 2 of our doubleheader here this afternoon. The Pioneers of Transylvania, winners of their last 4, currently 11-8 overall, 8-4 in conference play. And the host, Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman, coming off a tough loss against Franklin. They lose at 64-63, and with that loss, they fall to 9-3 in conference play, 12-7 overall. Rose-Hulman basketball being brought to you today by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong and fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the IndianaSRN sports page, from border to border, coast to coast, sports coverage, high school, college, and pro sports. Troy Dergowski, Coach Keith Myers with you here this afternoon, looking for another great game here in the HCAC. One game already complete, Coach. We'll talk about that in a few moments, but this is a Rose-Hulman team that really needs a win. They lost the other day against Franklin. They fell down early, really didn't play very well early in the ball game, but then started to pick things up, had a chance to win at the end, but it's going to be tough today against a good Transylvania team.
Transylvania team that comes out that has their number, so to speak. And so, I think with a win here, they get that momentum back, but they really need to win this one. They're still in the lead by a certain percentage point, but you don't want to win this thing by a percentage point. You want to really finish strong. 5 games left of the season after. It was 5 games after today's games left, and only a couple of those at home. So you got to get the home games when you can.
Well, this was a close contest the last time these two teams got together. Ended up being a 65-63 win. That was back on January 10th. Low-scoring affair for two teams that actually can score. In fact, one of the two leading teams in the league in scoring, but it wasn't a great night that night for Rose-Hulman.
Came down to free throw shooting, and we talk about this all the time. Yeah. When they're not hitting their free throws, it's really tough to win a basketball game. Happened again the other night against a good Franklin team. Just didn't knock down the free throws when they should have knocked down the free throws. Yeah,
that was a big key in that game. It could be again here this afternoon. Coach, let's take a look at Transylvania. They've got some big players, and one of them is Hunter Barr. He's a 6'8 player, averaging nearly 19 per game and also averaging 8 rebounds. Here's how they're probably going to start today, and Hunter Barr is right there on the bottom at 6'8". He'll be a presence inside.
He will challenge Cole Pride a lot today, so look for that matchup. Once he gets going, I think the team gets going a little bit around him.
He's not the only one. Drew Marshall at nearly 14 per game, averaging 8 rebounds. He's the other double-digit scorer. But Jackson Smith, another guy they'll look forward to in the offensive side of things here today. Also Luke Eidlet, averaging around 7 points per game. Most of their points are going to come from those 5 guys right there. They're not really deep off the bench because they just don't have that type of depth. But these 5 guys right there competing with anybody else in the HCAC.
You talk about this league, Transylvania and Rose-Hulman are the top 2 teams that you talk about a lot. Anderson's coming on, Franklin's coming on. This league is very well balanced. These 2 teams throughout the years have been the teams to beat.
We did find out earlier, Hanover and Earlham already played today. Hanover won that game easily, 76-53. So Hanover now 8-5. They're only a half game behind Franklin, Transylvania, and Anderson for the number 3 spot in the conference. So it kind of gives you an idea, not only with that win today, how important this game will be.
Well, you look at the 8 spots, I mean, from top to bottom, that 8 spot's not bad either.
Yeah.
A good ball club, too. So there we see the standings right there. Rose-Hulman at 9-3, Mount St. Joseph at 9-3, and then so on. That Hanover team wins today. That's 8-5, correct?
And they did win today, so they're now 8-5.
So we'll look at the Anderson-Mount St. Joe game that's playing at Anderson today. Anderson could be the hero, and Transylvania could be the 2 heroes today.
Yeah, well, it's going to be fun if this comes down with, after today, only, 5 games remaining, how that whole thing is going to separate in those final games. We'll have a look at the next 3 weeks coming up in the broadcast. So
yeah, okay.
we got it all figured out.
Right.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the Fighting Engineers next, right here on RHIT.TV.
The thought process and the training on how to think about things, I think, has been more valuable than the degree in my career. But I really feel like Rose taught me just the structure of how to think well. That structure and that discipline has been something you can apply even when it's not to what is kind of a stereotypical engineering problem. That's been, I feel, a real benefit.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Coach, last time these two teams got together, as we mentioned back on January the 10th, Rose-Hulman lost that game 65-63. Hunter Barr had a double-double that day for Transylvania, 17 and 10. Luke Eidlet finished with 17 and Drew Marshall 15. Daniel Savovich led Rose-Hulman with 17, but Rose-Hulman shot just 41%, and here's another number. They shot just 22% from three-point range, and coach one other, 50% from the line. They were 8 of 16.
That three-point shooting at 5 and 23, they're used to hitting 8 or 9 or 10, even messing with 13 at times in this year.
All right, let's take a look at the potential starters today. Let's talk about some of the key players that we will see now. A name that is not in there. We don't know if this is going to be the lineup because this is what the sports information people give us, the projected starters. But you notice that Cole Pride, not in the lineup. He's their 6'8" post player. He's still battling a little bit of a ankle injury. He did play the other night in their game against Franklin. They're going to need him tonight. And also, Kobe Studemeyer, you don't see his name in the lineup either, but the way he played.
He lit it up.
And he also lit that big shot at the end. Don't be too surprised you don't see him in the starting lineup.
Cole Pride was when I was down on the floor talking with coaches. Cole Pride was getting his head beat in by the post coach. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, it's going to get physical today.
Yeah, it
very
will.
Physical.
Well, you know one other thing about it, I thought Emmett Gentili played very well the other night. He fouled out late in the game, but he led the team in scoring. We mentioned Savovich. I really believe they've got to get Christian Torres going. They've got to get Schmitz going. Schmitz, I think, is another key for this team, Coach. He was so hot at the beginning of the year, and now you're just sometimes not sure what you're going to get out of him. You got to get really good, consistent scoring out of him.
The cool thing also, we haven't talked to him about him much, is Nate Smith out of Ritter High School. His coach and some of his ex-teammates came down to surprise him today. So they're in the stands tonight. Talked to Coach a little bit, who now coaches at Ritter High School. Says, I hope he sees this, and we're going to cheer him on for victory. That good leadership kid, good kid. He deserves a lot of accolades.
Another player who has now entered the starting lineup and is starting to get more minutes is Jack Janigas. He's averaging just over 6 per game and 4 rebounds, but he's starting to get more minutes in this lineup, which is big, first off, because he's 6'6", and it gives them that kind of leadership they're going to need.
He does, and we got to talk about Will McNamara as well. Will does a nice job as well. Did not see Mom and Dad come in today. That concerns me a little bit. So if you're watching on RHIT TV, thank you very much. But he's also a young man that can do a lot of damage.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the tail of the tape.
Oh, I love this new feature.
Got these teams side by side in some of the big categories that you're going to see here today. There you see it, the shooting percentages. Neither team really shoots extremely well from 3. That free throw percentage, not really good on either side there too, but you look at the rebounding edge for Transylvania, they might have a slight edge there today.
The other thing you have to look at it as to turnovers. Turnovers are less at home than they are on the away, so we'll see what kind of pressure Rose-Hulman will put on them today.
Transylvania turns the ball over 13 times per game. On the other side, Rose-Hulman turns it over 11 times per game. Other games today, we mentioned Hanover has beaten Earlham already, 76-53. Hanover now 8-5 in the conference. Earlham falling to 0-13. Other games, Mount St. Joseph, they're on the road at Anderson. We'll try to keep you updated on that score as we go throughout here this afternoon, because that's another big game today. Berea's at Manchester, two teams that really likely are fighting for that number 8 spot. I can't imagine they would get to number 7, but they still have a chance to get into the conference tournament. And then Bluffton plays at Franklin today.
You just want to get in the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're 0-19 and you make the tournament. You just want to get in a tournament to make some noise. Today is Alumni Day and also Hall of Fame Day. They inducted 5 new athletes to their Hall of Fame this afternoon. Appreciate that. Also appreciate the nice little breakfast that they provided for us today as well. Always a great place. This is home to us, and we really appreciate what they do for us.
I know you especially love that breakfast after the way you slopped down some of that food today.
What?
Everybody knows you do it. Your wife knows you were over there, so we're not going to pretend that there weren't gravy and sausage and bacon.
Is it time to take a break yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
We want to talk about, we're going to do the keys to the game right now because we'll get right into the game. Let's do keys to this one.
Whoever scores the most
Thanks,
points.
Dick Vitale. Appreciate that.
No, Transy has to come out aggressive and really need to make a statement quick. I really get Rose out of the game. And if they can rebound them, and then it comes down to free throws. For Rose, they need a quick start as well, but I think the key player is probably going to be Cole Pride. If he plays and he plays the post, I don't think there's anybody else in the conference can play that post like he does. That's the key, and not shoot 23% from free throw line.
Well, here's the other thing, too, is I think Rose-Hulman is deeper than Transylvania. Sometimes that doesn't mean a whole lot, but can you wear them down and use your bench and really go at them? Because, as I said a little bit ago, you're talking about maybe 3-4 players maybe getting minutes off the bench for Transylvania. That's about it.
Yep, that's about it. And it's kind of cool to have the band with this in my ear, and I'm glad we're right by the tuba section.
Yes, we are. So it's been a little more lively than we were here again on Wednesday night. A little bit quieter on that game, but it ended up being a Franklin 64-63 win. So the Fighting Engineers hoping to pick up win number 10 of the conference here today as they host the Pioneers of Transylvania. Time for the starting lineups. Let's go to our public address announcer.
Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Today's matchup features the visiting Transylvania Pioneers and your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. Since today is Alumni Day, we would like to extend a sincere welcome to all of our alumni that are back on campus for today's game. And now, let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Transylvania Pioneers. At guard, number 1, Drew Marshall. At guard, number 5, Jackson Smith. At shooting guard, number 10, Luke Idlewood. At forward, number 12, Ian Reeser. And at forward, number 23, Hunter Barr. The team is led by head coach Brian Lane and assistant coaches John Hamilton, Mike Stone, Will Arnett, and Tyler Robinson-Lodge. And now, fans, let's meet the starters for your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. At guard, the 6'1" junior from Everett, Washington, number 10, Daniel Savage. At forward, the 6'6" junior from Leland, Georgia, number 11, Christian Torres. At guard, the 6'2" sophomore from Barkersville, Indiana, number 15, Joy Schmidt. At guard, the 5'11" freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 21, Nate Smith. And at forward, the 6'7" junior from Vancouver, Washington, number 32, Jack Jennings.
All right, there are your starters for today's matchup. And again, Cole Pride and Kobe Studemeyer not in the starting lineup, so they're going to go with what they went with on Wednesday, but it does then give them a chance to bring Cole Pride off the bench. He'll be instant offense. Studemeyer and Gentile, who led the team in scoring, coming off the bench as well.
You mentioned depth. I really think that Rose-Hulman has more depth right now than anybody else in the league. That will be the key of tonight's game.
All right, it'll be Savovich, Torres, Schmitz, Smith, and Janigas, Marshall, Smith, Idlet, Reeser, and Hunter Barr. And again, Reeser at 6'6", Barr at 6'8". Let's see how the Fighting Engineers will handle that size here early in this one. And still think Christian Torres is going to be a big key along with Joey Schmitz. If you can get those two guys going here today, I think Rose-Hulman has every opportunity to win this home matchup against a hot team. Transylvania has won 4 straight here today. So it will be Fighting Engineers basketball. That's Savovich. Led the team in scoring in their last matchup. Smith looking down low to Janigas, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay right here with 15 on the shot clock.
I think they'll go inside a lot today.
Well, that's been really the mantra of this Rose-Hulman team, points in the paint. Schmitz on the drive. Janigas going back down low once again. It'll be Joey Schmitz in the lane. No good. Transition the other way. Pioneers trying to waste no time. Here's Smith down the lane. Feeds it to the big fella Barr, and he's going to be fouled immediately and go to the line. Averages 18.6 points per game and 8.3 rebounds. Janigas picks up the foul. That's going to be his first. And again, we can bring McElhaney and Pride off the bench. The foul really isn't that big of a deal right now. And here comes Cole Pride. Only, 35 seconds?
Maybe. It's fan clubs here today.
So Cole Pride at 12.4 points, nearly 5 rebounds per game in the lineup. Second free throw missed, so Hunter Barr not good from the free throw line early. Savovich quickly the other way. Here's a 3 up and no good. And the rebound pulled down by Barr.
Online, just didn't get in.
Drew Marshall, nearly 14 per game at the point, guarded by Savovich. Here's Idlet. Off the screen is Smith. Fires from 3 and got it. Jackson Smith. And 3-0 Pioneers. Quickly the other way, Cole Pride. Knocked out of bounds, though Hunter Barr said, wait a minute, that was actually off Cole Pride. Pair of 23s going at it, the 2 biggest players on the floor. Nate Smith inbounding the basketball to Savovich, and he turns it over.
Kicked it off his foot.
First turnover for Rose-Hulman. Pioneers quickly in the half court. Again, they're not a very deep team, but these 5 are pretty good. That 3's off the mark by Marshall. Offensive rebound put back good by Reeser. So an early 5-0 lead. This is how the women's game started as Transylvania got off to a fast start. Though the Fighting Engineers made it a game late into the fourth quarter. Cole Pride, 14 on the shot clock. Hands off now to Schmitz. Schmitz to the baseline. Pull-up shot on the way, good. I think if they can get him going like he was early in the year, they have a great chance to win the regular season and will be very good in the tournament. Pioneers once again in the half-court set. Skip pass. Marshall will find Smith. 3 is long. Rebound Savovich. Here come the Fighting Engineers once again. Cole Pride, a lot of times you'll see him shoot that 3, so they got to respect the shot. Schmitz from 14, no good. Tip out Schmitz, and it will be Transylvania basketball. Smith able to get it to his teammate Marshall, and a reaching foul called against Savovich.
Got to move out of his way there. Deflect that basketball and then move out way.
Here comes Evan Gentili, averaging over 10 points per game, and he is a 39% shooter from 3-point range, and he led the team in scoring against Franklin the other night, as Savovich will sit down. 5-2 your score. Here's a 3 from the top, no good. Reeser can't get it to fall. They are one and done, and we'll head the other way. 3 minutes in here in the first half. Torres turns and lost it out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by Jackson Smith. By the way, every player on the Transylvania roster from Kentucky, other than Jaden Davis, who is at a Crystal House in Indianapolis. Off the inbound, it'll be Schmitz way out front. We played 3 here in the first half. Schmitz on the drive, contact, able to kiss it off the glass, and Schmitz has 4. You know, he early in the year, he was unstoppable.
Yep. Averaged in double figures.
Yeah, he was a 20-point scorer. Here is Drew Marshall. Marshall shot, no good. Rebound Torres.
Got numbers.
Chance to take the lead now here in the first half of play. Here's Schmitz. Go down low. Nice pass inside. Gentile give the assist to Cole Pride. Gentile his first 2, and boy, he played well the other night. He was able to slash and get points in the paint. And also hit some big shots to the outside. The lob pass, turnover. It was intended for Barr, and then they give it right back. Shot no good.
Lost.
Idlet can't get it to
Lost
go.
his balance going out of bounds, Troy.
So now here's Schmitz. Drives down the lane. Bucket good.
This is a good start.
Schmitz already with 6, and it's now an 8-5 lead. Back the other way, Jackson Smith, another 3. And he takes a peek at the student section.
Did he give him the wink?
He gave him something. I think he gave him the business. Tied at 8. Here is Schmitz. His 3 is on the way out the back of the rim. Torres with a rebound. Out to Gentile for 3, no good. Had a couple of good looks. Transylvania quickly back the other way. They have yet to sub. Studemeyer set to come in for Rose-Hulman. 19 on the shot clock. Here is Barr. Barr against Torres, and he lost it out of bounds. Second turnover. We have a media timeout. We're tied at 8 here in the first half.
Studies, I came across the IndiediNing.com domain name, and so I built kind of this restaurant listing platform that was a kind of Yelp before Yelp was really popular. So after graduation, I continued work on Indie Dining. I ended up meeting a CEO of a company called FormStack, and from that experience, I ended up starting another business. I built out the company, and then we merged companies again with FormStack. And I took some time off after selling that business, and I realized at my core I just enjoy like tinkering and building things. I started this venture studio where we kind of come up with ideas and we build them out, and then they kind of run with them. I'm behind the scenes kind of just doing what I really enjoy is building those products.
Coach, there's no doubt about it that Evan Gentile has been a key for this team. Just a freshman. Here's his drive. Actually, that's going to be Schmitz off the drive. But you talk about he and Gentile played well early. Gentile inside-outside threat. Joey Schmitz already 6 points in the opening half of play.
Yeah, 5:07 left in the first half. Pretty good start for both teams.
Yeah, and we expect nothing but a close game. And here is Transylvania now pressing. This will slow things up a little bit. A lot of teams don't press to steal. They press to just make sure that shot clock gets run down a little bit more. Studemeyer had that big shot at the end of the game. Nice pass inside to Pride. Give the assist to Torres.
All day today, that was what they were doing the last 20 minutes of practice. Giving him the ball inside, beating him up when he gets the ball. I'll tell you what, the pads took more beating than he did, I think.
Well, his both ankles are taped up pretty high, too. And we have a moving screen.
Oh.
Yep, I think they got Reeser. They did. That's going to be his first. So that'll be the third turnover now by Transylvania. You know, I don't always blame the big guys for that. You know that, right?
Right, I know.
Guards don't come off the shoulder. Big guys automatically move with them. Gentile, Torres. They were looking back down to Pride. I think they were at least attempting a little high-low action. Gentili from 16 off the back of the rim. And Marshall the rebound. Marshall on the run. They don't waste any time, do they?
No, they don't. They get that shot clock, and then they don't take that shot clock down to about 15, and then they look for the basket.
They're thinking you just eliminate it. Here's Marshall, straightaway three, good. They've hit 3 3-pointers here in the first half. Some teams think a shot clock is silly. Don't even need one. Here's Gentili with the basketball.
We don't need one in high school, do we?
Yeah, you're getting one, I guarantee it. It's going to happen. You and I have argued about that. You want one, too. You've said so. Schmitz lost the basketball. Gets it out now to Torres. His shot no good. Ball tipped again by Schmitz. Wide open underneath, and the dunk by Christian Torres. That's what second chance opportunities will do for you.
That's a cha-ching.
You know what made that possible? Joey Schmitz. We've seen him do that twice now.
Hustle points.
Yep. 12-11 Engineers. Here's Marshall. Marshall was looking for the roll, but there was nothing there. Caden Lancaster is checked in. That shot is off the mark by Lancaster. Rebound, big fella Barr, and has it blocked. Great job defensively by Pride, and another turnover.
The defense that Rose-Hulman is playing right now is in your drawers defense.
Take a look at this. This is Torres again. And that Gentili saw him, and that's a great pass.
You know, I shot like that all the time when I was at Howe.
I know you did. You had hair like that, too.
I did.
You were actually listed at 6'2", but you were 6'6" with a hair, right? Yeah.
I showed you all my highlights.
I know. There's so many. All-American at Howe High School. Here's Gentili off the screen by Torres. Then he will post. Torres, nice spin to the right, and a foul call late. That'll put Christian Torres at the line.
Torres is a strong individual.
You know, one thing about him, though, it's a little misleading. You don't look at him and go, he's a strong individual, but he shows you in his play. And the other thing about him is his athleticism that makes such a big difference, and his free throw is up and good.
He's got 3 points on the night.
Averaging 7 rebounds per game. He shoots at 58%.
I'd like to see that at 70.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
By the way, Savovich is back in for Rose-Hulman. Second free throw missed on the rebound bar.
That's because you mentioned his free throw percentage.
Anytime I mention overtime or free throw, you can count on overtime or a missed free throw.
Yes.
Here is a three. The big fella stepping to the outside, and Barr can't get it to go. Savovich back the other way. Here's Gentili.
Go to the wall.
Studemeyer coming off the bench. We'll find Gentili. Spins in the lane. Here's Cole Pride. Thought about the three.
I like how they held that back off.
Studemeyer got the defender in the air. Can't get the roll. He does. Yes. Studemeyer's first two. Boy, was he big at the end of that game the other night. Hit that big shot, and then they had a chance to win it. They led by 1, and then unfortunately gave up a late foul in that game. It cost them. Here is Smith. Down by 4. Long-range three is on the way and no good by Idlet, and they're one and done again.
How about Torres going after the rebound?
Studemeyer quickly pushing the pace. Savovich looking inside to Pride. He and Barr in a battle. Here is Studemeyer in and out. Tough shot.
Looked like it was in.
Each team will come with a new player as soon as we get another dead ball opportunity. By the way, Sam Stone has checked in as well now for Transylvania. This shot is up and no good, but the rebound, once again, it's going to be Barr, and Barr's shot is missed. So now a chance to build on a 4-point lead.
Look inside. Look inside.
Savovich. Studemeyer in the corner. Three-pointer. Rims in and out again. They'll run the floor quickly in the fast break, but they'll have to set it up in the half court.
Good defense coming back.
Lancaster will kick it outside to Stone. That is Smith. Good defense once again by Evan Gentile.
They have Torres guarding the big fella and keeping Cole underneath. That's pretty smart basketball right there.
Here's Barr.
Offensive?
And nope, they're going to
Oh,
get
come on.
Gentile. We've got a timeout on the floor. 10:13 to go. Engineers lead it by 4.
It's all about bringing people together, and it's all about dogs.
Dog Day in the drive-thru is a day where we give back to our furry friends.
We hand toys out to dogs and their owners in the drive-thru.
My dogs love this event. Tails start wagging, the heads are out the window.
We also partner with local animal shelters to help dogs find their forever home.
Chick-fil-A knows the heart of the community. You meet new friends, you meet new dogs.
We just love seeing their faces in the drive-thru.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Take a look at the bench there for Rose-Hulman, and there are the cheerleaders who are doing their work at the timeout.
Could you do that? Jump in the air and let them catch you?
Yeah, if I trusted them.
Do you trust them?
I don't know. I don't know any of them.
Okay, there you go.
But if I did trust them, I might give it a shot. If you were down there, I wouldn't trust you.
What is wrong with you?
I would trust Thacker, and I'd trust Noah and Jerry, but not you, because you'd step out of the way.
How about Helen?
Who? Oh, yeah, I'd trust her.
Okay.
You weren't going to talk about Helen Keller, were you?
No.
Okay. Inbound for the Pioneers, down by 4. Here is Smith. That's an inside joke, by the way. Here is Barr. The handoff now to Marshall. Marshall's been kind of quiet, has the 1-3. Shot clock at 4. Marshall driving, left it short, gets it back, put back no. Very physical down low to get a fresh 20. Here's Lancaster, and he lost it.
Numbers.
Here is Smith, back the other way. Ball loose on the floor, and it goes out of bounds. By the way, Lancaster in that turnover, number 5 now for Transylvania.
Nathan needs to put that ball up on the rim.
So Rose-Hulman will give it back, leading it by 4. We've gone into a little bit of a offensive funk right here. In the ball game for Transylvania, Dakota Capps, a 6'2 senior. He wears number 3, and that is who has the basketball. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky. Shot clock now down to 10. Capps off the drive. Bad pass near side to Lancaster. Lancaster gets it back, shoots the 3 and missed it short. And coming away with it is Savovich.
Good defense by the white team.
Still a 4-point lead. We've really been stuck on this 15-11 score for a while as McElhaney is checked in. McElhaney, the kick. Savovich, the step back, and his shot no good. Boy, our percentages are going down. Cold outside, cold in here. Under the 8:40 mark. Well, one thing about the Pioneers, they try to lob it inside. They will. Basket good and a foul as Hunter Barr will get his first basket of the day. One thing that we've noticed about Transylvania, they do not mind running that shot clock down. McElhaney picks up the foul. That's going to be a tough guard for McElhaney today. So here is Barr at the line and missed another one. He has missed 3 free throws, and we've got a foul on the rebound, and they will get Brandon Rowe, who is checked in, a 6'4 junior out of Bowling Green. Lead down to 2. Here is Schmitz for three, no good, and they have gone cold. Fast break the other way. Marshall in the lane, the dump off, and another turnover as Rowe can't hold on to it.
Defensively, they have done a great job of going back. They beat them down to 4, but they just go back and recover very, very quickly. I don't think you need to shoot the three-pointers right here. Do you?
I'm not sure. I'd probably try to get me a couple of layups.
I think so, too.
Try to settle in a little bit. 6 turnovers now by Transylvania, just 2 by Rose-Hulman. McElhaney sets the screen for Schmitz. Schmitz, off-balance shot is good. He has 8.
The lead is 4.
We were stuck at 15-11 for a while. We said this could be a low-scoring game for sure, but it's going to be close. I don't think really matters what. There's another turnover. 7 now, and they'll give it right back. It's a season of giving all of a sudden. Brandon Rowe. And they reset it now to Caps. Wide open. Reeser for 3. Missed another one. Back in the ball game is Jack Jenigas now for Rose-Hulman.
Jenigas did a nice job of keeping that ball alive.
And we're coming up on 7 minutes remaining. Here's Savovich. Off the screen is Schmitz. Bounce past McElhaney, back to Schmitz. Good look here now to Nate Smith, and a foul call against Caps. Caps picked up his first. We have another timeout. 7:03 to go in the first half. Engineers lead it by 4.
Been interested in starting business. From the early lemonade stand as a kid to starting my own software development website business in high school, kind of turned me on to computers and ultimately engineering. My name's Jeremy Clark. I graduated in 2009 with a software engineering and computer science degree, and currently am CEO of Plainsight Ventures. I was really interested in entrepreneurship, but I took it to the next level. And eventually, I was able to use those relationships with those professors to kind of do a lot of independent studies my last year at Rose. Once you kind of figure out, what you want to do and what you're passionate about, you can kind of chart your own path. And from that experience, I ended up starting another business, and I realized at my core, I just enjoy tinkering and building things.
Back once again, there you see the Pioneers. They're trying to figure things out on offense. It got off to a good start. You had Marshall and Jackson Smith hit some early threes, but lately they have struggled.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you coached, did you use a little chair?
No.
Did you use a bucket?
They sat down, and I kneeled down in front.
Oh, I used a bucket.
Why?
I need to sit down and tell my players what to do. What, you stand up?
Is that what you do with your wife when you tell her to go out and shovel the snow?
Yeah, let's move on.
Do you sit down in your bucket and go, Debbie, we need to shovel the snow for 3 days in a row?
I told her she missed a spot the other day.
I bet you did.
It didn't go over well.
We need more dirt from my wife. Is that what the producer said?
That's what
There's no dirt to be had.
You're just an all-American man.
Yes.
Aren't you?
Thank you. No, on the timeouts, one thing about a lot of coaches now bring their players out on the floor.
Yes.
Because they don't want anybody around to
listen to
them. Yeah.
My players never did listen.
Yeah, I was going to say mine didn't either. Smith on the drive, blocked out of bounds by Barr. Tough to go up against somebody at 6'8". Barr's got some long arms too, by the way. Off the inbound, 13 on the shot clock. I tell you what, right there, pride fell to the floor. Schmitz has his shot blocked as well, but he was completely discombobulated. And now we may have a moving screen the other way. We do. That's going to be Cole Pride. That offensive set right there.
It wasn't very good.
It didn't look good at all, did it? So we stay at 17-13. Here is Jackson Smith. They got to get his offense going again, but right now, I talked about discombobulated. They are really
You were talking about field goal percentage. Transylvania is at 25%. Gross-Holman's at 38.1%.
At 25, won't win you many games, especially on the road.
Yeah, but you're only down by 4.
I know. That's the positive side of it, is you see Sabovic looking now to Cole Pride. Pride looking to back his man down, can't find any room to operate, and has to get rid of it to Sabovic. Sabovic, 3 straight away, can't get another one. Ball tipped by Schmitz, but it'll be Transy basketball. Here's Marshall. They'll run that weave out front, looking for an opening. Idlet looking down low. Here's Reeser on the drive. Fade away off one leg, no good. And a rebounding foul, and we're going to go the other way. Looks like they may have gotten Drew Marshall. His first.
He just grabbed Torres and just moved him out of the way.
As long as you're not caught, it's okay, right?
Got caught.
Yeah, he did. That's
okay.
the problem. You got to quit getting caught. Sabovic looking down low to Pride. Bypasses. Now we'll find Torres, and they'll swing it down low once again to Pride. Here's Smith. Smith gives it up to Pride. Three-pointer is up and good. That is their first 3 of the afternoon, and it's now a 7-point lead. Double screen high there for Marshall. Bypasses. Smith in the corner, no, and they're one and done. And they are ice cold, speaking of the Pioneers. Sabovic off the drive. Straight away Torres for 3, no.
That'd be big.
Boy, wouldn't it? Put you up by 10. The Pioneers have got to find some offense. Reeser working against a much smaller Smith. Looks inside now to Barr, and it was a bad pass. Barr throws it outside. It'll be Idlet. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson Smith, and a blocking foul called against Rolls-Holman, and you didn't agree with that, and neither did our producer.
Let's look at this.
Foul against Schmitz.
There's Pride's three-pointer.
So Schmitz picks up the foul, his first. Coming up on 4.5 minutes. The entry pass will find Reeser, and an offensive foul on Reeser. Second foul on Reeser, 9 turnovers now by Transy. Studemeyer back in, and by the way, Studemeyer now has that left thumb wrapped up. He must have hurt that earlier here in the first half, because I didn't see that coming into the game, did you?
No.
That may limit what he can do from a dribbling standpoint with that left hand. We'll wait and see. Transylvania's been stuck on 13 for quite some time, and then Schmitz loses it out of bounds. That'll be his 4th turnover. Well, it has not been a pretty first half.
No, it's not been pretty.
Here's Marshall. Foul called against Gentili.
Bonus.
So we will head to the free throw line. Drew Marshall, first trip to the line here this afternoon. Not until we have it changed. Gentili is out. Sabovic back in. Gentili hearing it from Nick Sales. First free throw is good.
Got an update from Anderson. Anderson 29, Mount St. Joseph 28 with 3:07 left in the first half. Keep you posted.
Lead down to 6 here. Second free throw missed, and the rebound by Torres. By the way, speaking of Transylvania, they've now missed 4 free throws already. Pride trying to post it up down low against Barr, does not get the basketball. Schmitz once again. Sabovic, the screen by Pride. Shot clock at 7. Studemeyer looking for an opening. Studemeyer gets it now to Pride. 3-pointers up, no good, and the rebound by Barr. Pioneers trying to get something in transition as Marshall missed the 3, and they're one and done again. Still a 6-point lead as we're coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Studemeyer off the drive. Good ball movement. Torres driving down the lane, missed the layup. Ball loose and picked up by Barr.
Jump ball? Nope. Foul.
Torres. He's picked up his first. So we will walk to the other end, but not until we get a timeout. 3:06 to go, first half. Engineers lead it by 6.
I'm Barry Schneider. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Steel Dynamics Incorporated. Steel Dynamics is the largest recycling company in the United States. Faculty here is here to teach. You're not a bother, you're a purpose, but you can't be shy about asking. That's where you figure out I can only be better if I'm willing to accept the help and ask for it. Year in, year out, the caliber of graduates that comes out of Rose-Hulman stands above because this is a challenging environment. But it's a challenging environment that's designed to help us be successful. And that, again, is the small school approach where the faculty is committed to your education. You are the purpose the school's here. Rose-Hulman is and will always be a special place for me because of the people that I've shared the experience of being here with. Together, we are stronger.
Welcome you back to Hulbert Arena as we're in a low-scoring first half, 2014. Each team has really struggled from the field.
Rose-Hulman is at 34%. Transylvania is 21.7.
Wow. Well, they haven't gotten off the bus yet, so maybe they're still trying to get their legs underneath them.
Turnovers are the key here.
Yeah.
8 and 8.
Well, now I have Transylvania for 9, and I don't know how Rose-Hulman has 8. I'll have him for 4. Who's counting down there? Here is Hunter Barr at the line. Free throw good.
Should I just turn off my computer?
No, it's okay. Everybody's got a different interpretation of what a turnover is.
I like the cherry myself.
I do too. It's beautiful. Second free throw, no good. Well, the free throws have been a killer for Transylvania big time. They're still down by 5.
They're 2 of 6 on the free throw line.
Here is Studemeyer, got the defender in the air, gives it up to Savovich for 3, no. And Torres had the rebound, but then it's knocked out of bounds. I think Drew Marshall got a piece of it. .248 remaining here in the first half. So they're going to put 20 back on the shot clock.
That's a break.
Big break. Torres. Nice spin to his right. Layup good.
Got 5 points on the net.
Lead back to 7. Drew Marshall only 4 points here in the first half. Shot from the corner is no good as J.C. Walbert is checked in. They'll get it back. Another 3. That one's off the mark. And then the offensive rebound put back good as Hunter Barr cleans things up. Lancaster missed it from the left. We mentioned Walbert missed it from the right. Lead at 5. Savovich. Now Janigas looking left. It'll be Joey Schmitz once again, who's been quiet recently. 8 on the shot clock. Savovich gets cut off on the baseline. Fadeaway shot. Can't get the roll, and the rebound by Barr. Quickly the other way. Boy, you're only down by 5, and you're shooting 21%. Here's a shot straight away, another three. This one missed by Wilburn, but another offensive possession. Got to get those rebounds. Transylvania, again offensively, as you see Walbert guarded closely by Studemeyer. This three is off the mark, and we've got a rebounding foul. We're going to stay here. I think they got Torres.
Pulled on the shorts.
We will see Smith come back in for Rose-Hulman. Cole Pride coming back in as Torres and Schmitz will sit down. We head to the free throw line where it has not been a good afternoon so far for Transylvania. Hunter Barrs missed 4.
They're 3 of 8.
Sam Stone checking into the lineup now for Transylvania, averaging just over 4 points per game. Second free throw is good.
I have him for 7.
Very good.
3-point lead here. Need a basket. It's been a while.
Yeah, Rose now in a little bit of a funk as well on offense as Studemeyer. Now Savovich and Janigas off to Smith. Here's Cole Pride. Shot clock now at 7. You can hear the countdown in the background. Studemeyer fadeaway shot, no good. And the high rebound yanked down by Transylvania. Here's Drew Marshall back the other way. Good ball movement at the drive. A lot of contact off the shot. Lancaster goes to the floor, no whistle. Rose-Hulman running the floor the other way, and they miss it. Studemeyer will find Pride for 3, and his shot is good. 8 points now for Cole Pride.
Big basket. 30-second timeout.
Transylvania is trying to set something up for a final shot here in the first half. Looks like Jake Fithian is set to come in. Fithian wearing number 20 for Transylvania. Give them an extra shooter on the floor. Well, they let him play in that last series, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the 16.6 remaining, shot clock is off, so you want to run this thing down to the last couple of seconds before you get a look. You don't want to give Rose-Hulman any opportunity to score at the end of the first half.
Rose-Hulman's only been at the free throw line twice today.
Yep, and they're 1 of 2. That was Christian Torres. Cole Pride, Joey Schmitz, each with 8 points. Christian Torres with 5.
Transylvania has out-rebounded them 25-24.
Inbound off the sideline right in front of the student section, which is 6 strong standing up. Lancaster, the handoff. Wide open 3 is on the way. It is good. Lancaster. His first bucket of the day, and a big one it was, as it comes at .7. We have a 30-second timeout. So let's see what Rose-Hulman will be able to do. There's not a whole lot you can do at .7.
They're now going to review and see how much time there is left.
Well, that'd be big if they can get some time added back.
Be nice if it's 1.7.
Going to keep both teams on the bench while they take a look at this. What's coming up at halftime? What do you got?
We're going to preview Rose-Hulman. Going to take a look at Rose-Hulman, the campus. A lot of new stuff going on. We're in a new section of Rose-Hulman as they redid the offices. And going to take a look at Rose-Hulman, and if you're a kid that wants to go to college, this is a great place to go. Amen?
To be an engineer.
Be an engineer. Yes. 1.8. So they put 1 second and 1/10.
So this is more than enough time to get at least a half-court look. Janigas will inbound. Either way you look at it, it's going to be a low-scoring first half. Caps is back in. Now for Transylvania, Janigas can move off the baseline and ball loose, and they turn it over right at the half, so they don't even get a look. And we will head to the locker room as Rose-Hulman leading it 25-22. And again, the game got off to a fast start, and especially the way that Transylvania shot well with Jackson Smith and Drew Marshall hitting some early threes, but then their offense went south for quite some time. And then, Coach, on the other side, Rose-Hulman played well, but then didn't finish the half as strong as they would like, despite having Joey Schmitz with 8 points and Cole Pride with 8, and all the points for Pride coming off the bench. But it was that consistency that they just didn't have offensively either way.
Yeah, both teams kind of sloppy going into this game. And so, you know, you look at the field goal percentages, Transylvania at 23.3%, Rose-Hulman at 34%, three-pointers 4 of 19 for Transy, 2 of 14 for Rose-Hulman. That's three-pointers. And then free throws 4 of 9 and 1 of 2. The rebounds are pretty much even as well. And turnovers are, as I mentioned before, 8 apiece.
Which I think that number is a little bit off the mark. I'm not that far off on turnovers because I'm a big proponent of making no turnovers. So, but we'll put it at 8 apiece.
Here's the key. The bench points, 3 points for Transylvania, 12 for Rose. Blocks, 2 and 1 in favor of Rose. And fast break points, 1 basket for Transylvania, none. And steals are 4-2. Points off and turnovers, 3 points for Transylvania, 5 points for Rose-Hulman, and points in the paint where you would think Transy would have a advantage, but they do not. They're outscored 6-12.
By the way, Evan Gentili, who had that big game the other night, they'll need to get him going offensively. Only 2 points in the first half. Daniel Savovich has not scored, and he was big in their last game. He had 17 in that game at Transylvania back on January 10th, so they got to find a way to get him going. We'll take a timeout. Halftime. It's 25-22. Rose with a 3-point lead.
My first role model was definitely my dad, because he was an engineering major.
My mother's in this field, so it kind of got me interested in it.
The fun is actually learning it, getting through all these experiences, having people around you that you can celebrate things with. That makes it very different.
You know, this school changed my life.
Here tonight, I would remind you that the Stone Age did not end because of a lack of stones. Every major advance in civilization is a result of innovation.
So Rose-Hulman coming up on 150 years. The feeling that I have is a sense of privilege to be a part of it.
And I like to make things. That's something I really enjoy doing. Creation, problem solving. I tend to have ideas and think, okay, can I make that? And I give it a shot, whether the answer is yes or no.
There's just a lot of people
care a whole lot here on this campus.
I feel immense pride in that community, the place where students, staff, and faculty have the opportunity to look into the future and see themselves.
Engineers are not in the business of predicting the future, we're in the business of creating the future.
And want to make it good, want to make it strong, and want to make it just as great as it can be for the next 150 years.
Each of you has an original story. Rose-Hulman has its own story too, in which you play a crucial part. Your time contributed to our 150th year history of innovation, entrepreneurship, and discovery. That has significantly helped us shape the world. Today, our stories continue into the future. And I know you'll all make us proud.
Back at halftime, you see the score there, 25-22. Thank you very much for joining us. Keith Myers, Troy Derigowski, Jerry Collins, Noah Bremen, and Daniel Thacker on your broadcast tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget, high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Check out that on our website, and also more of RHIT TV on Wednesday. Let's look at the scoring. First of all, for Transylvania, Barr has 7 points. Marshall has 4. Smith has 6. Bresner has 2 for their 22. For Rose-Hulman, Torres has 5. Schmidt has 8. Cole Pride has 8. And Gentile and Strodemeyer both have 2 each for their 25. Last lead change, Transylvania, last time they had the lead, it was at the 3:04 mark, and Rose-Hulman has had the lead for around 15 minutes of this game today. First half scoring, of course, 22-25, Rose-Hulman. Don't forget, we will be back with you on Thursday night Wednesday night as Mount St. Joseph women's are here in town, and Mount St. Joseph and men's team, Rose-Hulman's men's team plays Wednesday night as well. Just 5 games left of the regular season. We will be with you all the rest of the way as Rose-Hulman has Saturday against Anderson, and again Mount St. Joseph on Wednesday the 11th to wrap up our regular season broadcast for you. Don't forget, we'll have spring sports for you, baseball, softball for you, and a little bit of track and field. A lot of things in store for you. We'll have the whole entire HCAC tournament, semifinals and finals for you as well. Halftime score, Anderson leads Mount St. Joseph 31-30. You take a look at that. If you look at the standings, that's a big, big game as well as this ball game today. As we once again look at the standings of the HCAC, you see Rose-Hulman at the lead, 9-3. Mount St. Joseph at 9-3. Franklin at 8-4. Transylvania at 8-4. Anderson at 8-4, and Hanover won earlier today, makes them 8-4. So those top 8 positions are very important. Top 3 really gives you the advantage. Well, actually, top 4 gives you the advantage because you get a home game in that first round. But you want to be the number 1 seed coming in. You want to host the tournament as Troy Derigowski comes back on the mic with me. And really just a sloppy first half of the game, don't you think?
Yeah, a little surprising, too. You know, you're this late in the season, and some of the turnovers we have seen by both teams have been a little bit concerning, because if you get into tournament play, and I know everything kind of changes when you get into the tournament, because you're kind of glad the regular season is over and you're ready to play for that next level. But if these two teams plan on doing any damage in the tournament, you got to clean these things up. And, you know, we're talking about the free throws. Rose-Hulman has shot only 2. On the other side, if you're Transylvania, now, again, Hunter Barr has missed 4 of the 5 free throws, so you got to kind of take that into consideration. But, again, if you get into a close game, you got to hit the free throws. You got to quit turning the ball over. And it's little things. People pay so much attention to the scoring column that we kind of forget the little things. And you've got all those little things make a big thing if you don't do them right. And if you're missing free throws, you're turning the ball over, you're not getting in your offensive sets, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be, like rebounding. You can't let a team – we had the one instance down here where Transylvania had like 3 opportunities. We even saw that in the women's game, where if you give up 3 opportunities, odds are that team is going to score because all of a sudden you're completely out of sync defensively.
I think the rhythm of the game, too, is you got to take the pace. And if that pace is not fast-paced, then you slow that thing down. You deliberately get an offensive set where you feel pretty comfortable with.
Yeah, and if you're not hitting your shots, and Transylvania launched a couple of threes at one point that I think they just kind of gave up on the set and decided we're just going to launch it. But they've got to find a way to reel that thing back in. And they've got some size down low. And again, if Cole Pride is in the lineup, it does change things because he's so good defensively. But I think they're going to have to find a way to get some shots around the rim. You're going to have to find a way to not just throw the ball around and hope that you're going to find an open man. Your sets have to be run, and they have to have a purpose to them. So if they can do that, second half could be much different. We'll take a timeout. Halftime score. Rose-Hulman 25, Transylvania 22.
A lot of times when you come to Rose, students will say the work is hard. And it is.
There's rumors about the difficulties of Rose-Hulman. I would say they're on par for the most part.
But 9 times out of 10, at the end, the student's going to end with that statement, but it's worth it, or I really enjoy it. And I think that's really the key part. Like, if you really like doing something, it's going to be a lot of work.
So the commonality is just the love for science and math. Mathematics is really the basis of all science and engineering. It's the language that we use.
We need to make sure that they have that backbone in order to succeed as future scientists and engineers.
We collaborate as faculty, and they see how one class starts to impact another class.
Math, science, technology, how intertwined they are.
Our students are very driven in everything that they're doing.
Is that opportunity to be pushed, because we do push the student to see what it is that you're actually capable of. We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. I think that matters.
Our job is to create a safe place to fail. That would be terrifying if you did that alone.
That results in students that are ready to walk out of the door and into their place of work, ready to be a productive contributor.
So our professors all know us by name.
It was refreshing to know that I would have a relationship with my professors.
And I think that's key. Because of the very low class size here, it gives me the instructor an opportunity to actually be engaged with the student.
We know who's struggling, we know who's doing well, we know who's getting it.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
The faculty are there for you.
All of our students are advised 100% by faculty.
Your professors already know you. Even if you haven't met them, chances are your professors have talked about you to other professors.
And we do all of our classes in 10 weeks.
Very fast-paced.
So as difficult as the courses might be, as rigorous
and difficult
as it might feel for those 10 weeks, you know that everyone here has your back.
I think the big thing that I want people to always know when I talk about Rose-Hulman is we, the faculty, are here at Rose-Hulman because we love teaching. That is the reason we are here, and I think that sets us apart from all other institutions.
See some of the crowd here at Hulbert Arena as we're ready for the second half. I don't think it's a mystery that you're going to have to, on both sides, play a better brand of basketball to come out with a win here today.
I would think we could get up to 65 points today.
So you're thinking another 40 for one team and 43 for the other.
I think the gates will flood open today, this second half. I've only been wrong twice. And I'm still
today?
Yeah.
Or at halftime.
Since the first half. No, I think scoring will come upon us. And if they let them play like they did the first half, because they let them play physical, I think it's good for the game.
Well, sometimes the coaches don't exactly agree, but we're going to find out here pretty soon as we're ready to begin the second half. We mentioned that Schmitz and Pride led the way for Rose-Hulman with 8 apiece. Hunter Barr had 7 in the first half. Jackson Smith with 6, leading scorers for Transylvania. So it will be Transy basketball to begin the second half. By the way, the Transy women won earlier today in the first of our 2 games here on RHIT.TV.
Was a good game until the the last 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter was a little shabby.
Yeah, and for Rose, it was a bad first quarter and a bad fourth quarter.
Yep.
Just couldn't score. Here we go. Second half underway as you see the Pioneers with the basketball first, and a foul immediately out of the gate by Savovich, and that'll be number 2 on Daniel. Now, you said they're going to let him play. They may went into the locker room and say, you know what, guys,
we
going
need to tighten
it up a little bit. So I didn't think that foul was inside the three-point line. Off of the inbound, that three way off the mark as Reeser can't get it to go. Boy, some of their shots by the Pioneers have been way off the mark. Torres, turnaround shot missed, and we're off to a cold start in the second half.
Like I said, going to be a cold.
That's what I thought you said.
Okay, thanks.
Good look here at Jackson Smith.
Oh, he traveled. We
Careful.
don't call that travel anymore?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Here's Marshall. Wide open shot, no good. And Smith with a rebound. Smith off the drive, and they'll get another 20 on the shot clock. That was maybe just one of those days, Coach, where teams struggle shooting. Marshall looking inside, and
he lost him.
Yeah, Reeser with the easy layup as Torres lost his man. And the lead down to 1. Schmitz to the baseline. Gives it up. 3 is on the way. No good by Nate Smith. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Torres. And here comes Cole Pride. About the same time he did in the first half. A little bit longer, but he's back in the lineup, and Torres is out. Well, this is a little bigger lineup with Janigas and with Cole Pride in the lineup at the same time. Believe it or not, Transylvania a chance to take the lead right here. The fake, the drive, off the glass, and good. Ian Reeser. First 2 buckets of the second half, and the Pioneers lead it by 1.
For the first time today, right?
Believe so. Savovich.
Got caught.
Nowhere to go on that baseline as Janigas will give it up now to Smith. Back to Janigas. Reverse layup, good. First 2 points.
Nice basket by Jack.
And now the Engineers lead it by 1. Marshall off the high screen. The step back. Shot good. Averaging nearly 14, now has 6. We saw that in the first half where it appeared a lot of times where maybe Transylvania would pass up a shot, but not that time. Pride in the paint. Jump hook is good. Nice touch there by Cole Pride. He now has 10. 29-28. Marshall gets the high screen, bypasses on the drive. Shot fake, pull up 3 is on the way, and good. Big bucket as Idlet gets his first points of the day, and he's averaging 7, and it's now a 2-point lead, Pioneers. A 9-4 run in the second half. Savovich unable to get by the drive of Jackson Smith. Ball poked away as Hunter Barr knocking it away from Cole Pride. Savovich, his pull-up shot is good. His first 2 points.
Got to get him into games.
Well, now all of a sudden the offense has picked up. Tied at 31. Marshall against Savovich. Janigas comes over to provide the double team. Straightaway three, good by Reeser, and he has 7 already to begin the second half. Reeser averages just 7.6 per game. Back to a 3-point lead. Nate Smith off the drive. Double pump, no good. Janigas fighting for the rebound. Ball loose on the floor, and we have a whistle and a kicked ball by Transylvania. We have a timeout, 34-31, Transylvania. We mentioned earlier how close everything is in the heartland, in fact, especially on the men's side. That's why this game is very important here today. Only 5 games remaining after today for the Fighting Engineers. They have to go to Hanover, which will be a very tough game on Wednesday. They get Anderson here at home in Mount St. Joseph, but then they finish out both very winnable games at Bluffton and Earlham at the end of the year, but these next 3 are going to be pretty tough. They have to play very well. They want to win at least 2 of those games. By the way, in the ball game, Evan Gentili once again. They'll provide a little more instant offense when Gentili's in the lineup. Savovich now to Janigas. Shot clock at 8. Pride, 3-pointer up and no good. Rebound Savovich. His putback, can't get it to go. Janigas the rebound, yes.
There's that 3 or 4 offensive rebounds that you need.
When you're the Pioneers, you thinking to yourself, listen, guys, we got to find a way to rebound the basketball.
Well, they controlled the boards first half.
Yeah. Marshall. That'll be Barr against Janigas. Barr goes right by him and lays it in. He has 9.
Yeah, that's what I have for 9.
Yeah, one thing that Janigas will have to do, and one thing about that play, Coach, you got to get Barr outside further. You don't let him receive the basketball that low.
About 10 feet out.
At least. Smith in the lane. Got a little separation, and Nate Smith on the board for the first time. 36-35 Pioneers. Drew Marshall against Savovich, and a foul called on Savovich. His third. I think Drew Marshall feels he can take Savovich to the basket about any time. He has a size advantage at 6'5". Daniel Savovich listed at 6'1". So Marshall at the line, and he's now 1 for 3. One more for Marshall. Marshall averages 8 rebounds per game, which is pretty good for a guy that's listed as your point guard. Second free throw is good. Marshall now with 7 in the lead, back to 2. This is Smith. Pride will hand off back to Smith. Going to go back down low to Pride, but the pass a little bit off the mark. 9 turnovers now as we head the other way. Great body control, but the miss by Barr. And I tell you what, they might have had a case there of slapping the backboard. Might have made that ball come off the rim. Don't give me that look. Here's Janigas. I see that look on your face. Janigas inside. Jump hook is no good. And the rebound by Barr. Here's Marshall. We're going to see Jack Murphy come in for Rose-Hulman for the first time today. Jackson Smith. Now we'll find Idlet. Shot clock at 8. Good look here, Jackson Smith. The drive and loses it. 9 turnovers now by Transy. Gentili back the other way, can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go over to the Pioneers. And here comes Jack Murphy. Boy, Gentili the other night, he was hitting all those drives. So far, just 2 points for the freshman, and we have another timeout.
Nope, video review.
Oh, we're going to have a video review instead. And what are they reviewing here? Whether who touched the ball going out of bounds?
Yep. Oh, now they are going to call it a media timeout, but they are going to look at the video.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a media timeout. They're not setting anybody down, though. And now the chairs are coming out. So it's going to be a media timeout, 37-35.
At Rose-Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose-Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose-Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
There you see the scorer's bench, and they were looking here, and Noah was looking at it as well. I think that at least the argument was that maybe the Rose player's hands came through and knocked it out of bounds, which would clarify it. Transy guy was actually standing out of bounds when it touched him, so maybe that is the case. So the ball came off a Rose player, but ended up hitting a player for Transy out of bounds. So that's about as clear as we can get.
And they reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. Good call. Good call.
There you go. That a way to give him encouragement. Here's Cole Pride, battle to 23s, he and Barr. Pride in the lane, got the man in the air and still scored. Pride now with 12.
Playing pretty well.
Tied at 37. So now Transylvania will try to regain the lead. Marshall, little speedier player Nate Smith, ball loose, turnover Transy, number 10. And here come the Fighting Engineers. By the way, Kobe Studemeyer has checked in. Here's Gentili, got his man faked out. Pull-up jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound, put back by Cole Pride.
Big fella, got 14.
And it's a 2-point lead. By the way, Capps is back in now for Transylvania. He's at the point against Studemeyer. Good look here at Marshall. 8 on the shot clock. A lot of contact, turnover, no whistle, 11 turnovers. And now Rose-Hulman back the other way. Gentili looking inside to Jack Murphy.
He's asking for that ball.
He is.
Smith.
3 is no good, and the rebound by Capps. Lead pass the other way. Reeser is going to be fouled as Cole Pride got a big piece of him there. We'll go to the line. Pride just picked up his second, and we've got yet another timeout. 39-37 Engineers.
At Rose-Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose-Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose-Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
Back
Hi.
once again here. What?
I said hi.
Back here at Rose-Hulman.
My song's on. This is my WWE walk-up.
Isn't this weekend like
Royal Rumble, baby?
Over in
No.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. What is it? Royal Rumble?
I don't know. Is it Royal Rumble?
Okay.
I do know that they're having
Tonight
one
at
of the,
9 o'clock or something like that.
Well, Noah's going to check on us. That's
Of
a good
course
thing
he
about going to Google. We're going to the free throw line here with Reeser.
We need to Google Noah.
You want to Google Noah?
No, I do not. That's a nice shot right there.
Reeser at the line. 7 of his 9 in the second half. I actually tuned into wrestling last night there in Saudi Arabia, and I never saw him wrestle. All they did was talk. Second free throw is good.
I got him for 9. Is that correct?
10.
Thank you, sir.
He comes out of the lineup.
He needs a timeout.
He needs a timeout. Maybe we should get one.
Tie at 39.
Back in the ball game now will be Caden Lancaster, and the press is on. Boy, you better sprint back once you get to midcourt. Tied at 39. Smith. Boy, that is a foul on Murphy. Everybody in the gym saw that one.
Even Murphy, because he's walking the other way.
I thought Murphy's going to go up and tackle him.
Holy. Illegal contact.
That's right. That's right. Each team now, on at least in my calculations, are in double digits in turnovers. Here's Capps off the screen. Smith. Marshall. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Smith for Rose-Hulman. What did you say we're going to get point-wise?
I would. Well, I'm
hard to remember.
I'm going to miss it.
Yes, I think
lot.
you are. Oh, and that's a foul on Capps, his second.
He let the first contact go, and then he lost control of the ball. He had to call that.
I think it's because he lost the ball is because he called the foul, simply because he gained the advantage on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the whistle was a little late, but if he'd have kept the ball, he probably would have said, let's just keep going.
Advantage, disadvantage.
Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Nate Smith against Jackson Smith. Here's Pride. Pride against Barr. Now it'll be Gentili for 3, and he missed that one. Not been Gentili's day. Here's a shot in the corner. Three-point bucket is good. Good job once again by Lancaster. Coming off the bench, now has 6. And the lead is now 3. Rose-Hulman trying to avoid a 2-game losing streak as Studemeyer turns it over. And 2 losses at home. Here's another shot in the corner. That's way short. One thing, Lancaster was going for 2 in a row. Wide open underneath, and the layup good, Murphy. And somebody fell asleep there for Transylvania. WrestleMania today started at 2. Royal Rumble isn't done yet, in case you're wondering. We like to help our wrestling fans out there too.
we have a few.
Yeah.
A lot of baseball coaches on the HCAC site.
They love the wrestling. Now a couple of changes here each way. 10 minutes and change to go as you just saw the Murphy finish. Transylvania had a little bit of a mix-up on who was covering who in transition. Engineers down by 1. On the drive is Idlet and a foul call. Going to get Cole Pride for number 3, and they can't afford to lose him long term, still with 9:51 to go, so Janigas will come in. Cole Pride will sit down. Pride with 14 points off the bench. Pioneers inbound. Saved by Lancaster, but a turnover again by Transylvania. Here's Studemeyer back the other way. Savovich looking down low to Murphy. Murphy looks to back his man down. Nice shot with the left hand, but too long. Rebound Janigas, and they get a fresh 20. Savovich off the drive and the glass. He has 4. And now the Engineers lead it by 1. Well, we thought it was going to be a close game. Both teams very even in their strengths and weaknesses. Right now, Transylvania trying to sweep the 2-game series. Nice play down low by Hunter Barr. Now with 11. Quickly the other way, and an offensive foul called against the Fighting Engineers. They're going to get Janigas. That's the second time he's been called for an offensive foul. And that'll be 12 turnovers now by Rose-Hulman. Now sometimes those bigs have a tendency to lean, and they have a tendency to reach, and they have a tendency to move, depending on what the guard does. And he was trying to do a little pick play away from the drive by Daniel Savovich. And now the Pioneers trying to build on a 1-point lead. Good look here at Capps, who's played well off the bench. In the lane, the kick back to Capps from Reeser. That was a travel undoubted on that one.
Little late whistle. Field goal percentage has went from 34.9 for Transylvania and 38.5 for Rose-Hulman. A little bit better than it was.
Yeah. Still not something that you write your mother home about. Good press put together again by the Pioneers off that inbound. That was Capps. Now this setup here by Studemeyer. Studemeyer almost loses it, goes down the lane, and it's going to stay here. I wonder if Studemeyer's having a difficult time with that left hand because it wasn't taped up, and we talked that might be an issue sometime in the game, and it just seems like he's having a hard time gripping the ball.
Now they're asking the officials.
Are we going to look at that too? Do we need another timeout? Of course we do. We'll take a timeout as well, 44-43.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
What they're looking at right here, Mr. Myers, is they're trying to decide if that ball was touched last by Rose or was touched last by Transylvania, and I think it's going to stay here. As they say, there was nothing conclusive. Or was it conclusive, nothing could change? Which was it?
I don't know, but Strohmeyer's really clutching at that hand.
Yeah, Stoudemire had that left thumb taped up. Savovich off the screen. Savovich down low, shot it long. Rebound by Reiser. Boy, this would be a big road win here for the Pioneers. Potentially knocking Rolls-Holman out of first place. How about that drive? The miss by Reiser. Put back is good.
Was that Barr?
No, excellent rebound by Sam Stone.
Okay.
Stone gets his first two. And now it's a three-point lead. Gentili off the screen. Wide open is Janegas for three, and he hits that one. Big bucket for Jack Janegas.
7.
Big guy stepping outside. Tied at 46. The drive by Caps. Had it stripped, gets it back. No travel there. The kick out, and the three is good by Reiser. Second three of the second half for Reiser. And it's back to a three-point lead.
I got him for 13. Is that right?
Let's see. That's 7-10. And we've got a whistle and a foul. We got 5, 8, 10, 12, 14 points for Reiser.
Okay.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Well, I think we have another timeout. 49-46.
Nanotechnology is in so many different facets of our lives that we don't even realize. So the easy thing is smartphones. Nanoscale chips that are in the smartphones. Something else you don't think about are the sensors in all of our cameras. Those sensors that give us the pretty pictures are made by nano engineers. Glitter. It's everywhere, right? Parents' worst nightmare. It's actually a highly designed structure of thin films that they create to have a certain effect. And so that's why you have a single colored glitter, you have a color shift glitter. That's nano engineering.
Back once again at Hulbert Arena. We had to look at the monitor again, I believe. Did they use that as a media timeout too?
They can, yes. That is our fourth monitor look.
I only have, and I'll listen, you know I'm honest about this. I don't mind having a look, but officials, it's not supposed to be a crutch. You're an official, you make a call and you stick with it. You don't go, well, I got to go check the monitor to see if I was right.
You okay now?
We're taking the human element out of this game. I mean,
it's been taken out for a long time.
Well, but it's starting to give me a chafing. You don't want to see me chafed, do you?
I have no idea what that means.
Well, I'll tell you later.
Okay. You got Jerry rolling on the carpet.
Well, he wouldn't be rolling on the carpet laughing if he saw my chafing. That's a serious thing. Here's Studemeyer. Cole Pride is checked back in. He'll play with the 3 fouls. By the way, Schmidt's back in as well. So right now, Rose trying to get their best offensive unit on the floor. Savovich, fadeaway shot, no good. And it'll be Transy basketball. I think this is a good move right here for Nick Sales. His offense has kind of hit the skids a little bit. They're trying to get something going on offense. Transy, still plenty of time on the shot clock. By the way, Idlet back in. They'll spread the floor. High screen. This will be Barr on the drive and missed it. Put back, no. Yeah, I thought it was a walk as well on Hunter Barr, but they didn't call it. But we got a foul on the rebound against Savovich, and that's number 4. That's going to put Lancaster at the line. I wouldn't mind seeing that move again by Barr just to see if it was a travel, because I thought it was really close. Savovich out. Nate Smith back in. 4-point lead, potentially 5 here for Caden Lancaster. Short. Ball loose on the floor, and I think it's going to be out of bounds off of Transylvania. That was good hustle that time by Luke Idlet. .556 remaining. Here's the press again by the Pioneers. Nate Smith able to get it across the timeline. He got bumped in a quick foul call, and that'll go against Drew Marshall. So Marshall again picks up his second. Nobody in foul trouble at all for Transylvania. Savovich has 4. Pride has 3 for Rose-Hulman. Here's Pride. Shot short. Rebound Marshall. Well, those are the shots you got to hit.
Yep.
Pride generally does. Reeser.
Traveled again.
He will find Barr for the dunk. He has 13.
We don't call travel anymore.
That is very true. Good look here at Cole Pride. Off the glass, no. And they missed a couple of close shots as we head the other way. Here is Barr in the corner. Wide open 3 is going to be missed as Idlet can't get it to go, and Torres runs it down in the corner. And we're at 5 minutes remaining.
Timeout, Rose-Hulman.
Rose-Hulman needs to talk about it right here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Take a look at this last play that we saw. I think he gave it up before Barr dunked it, so it was close, but you got to give the young man the assist on that one. Take another look. 1, 2, see where he gave it up. Here's the other thing. Let me just jump in here. Do you mind?
Am I going to stop you?
Can you imagine back in the day, when you and I played, if you could sidestep and backstep all over the place, who could guard you?
Nobody.
Well, that's just what you see now. Guys can step out. Well, you're stepping away from the defender. The steps are both supposed to be toward the basket, not away or on the side. Am I right?
Yes.
That's what the rule book says. So why do we allow players to sidestep and backstep?
I'll get you an answer later.
Thank you.
On the way home, I'll look it up in my casebook.
Thank you. I hope you do. All right, after the timeout, Smith will inbound. Cole Pride in the lane. It'll be Janigas back to Pride.
We need a bucket here, fellas.
6-point deficit. Schmitz lost it in the air, and we've got a foul. Oh, my, we're going to stay here. They're going to get Hunter Barr.
He's not happy.
I'm not sure that was a foul because you had players going for the basketball. I didn't see Barr extend his arms at all. Yeah, let's check the monitor. Well, that's the first foul on Barr. Gentili down the lane, and a foul again
on Barr.
And he just picked up two quick ones.
Is that number 4?
It's he's just his second.
Oh, second. He stayed clean the whole entire game, hasn't he?
He has. So here's Gentili at the line. Having just 2 points today. The one thing about it, they just have not been to the free throw line only 3 times all day. Usually they're in double digits. Gentili's second is good. Good news is they're shooting 75% today from the line. Lead down to 4. Better get back. Numbers favoring the Pioneers. They get it inside the big slam again by Barr. He's got 2 big dunks here in the second half. Here's Cole Pride. Pride has to give it up to Gentili for 3. No good. And boy, high for the rebound as Transylvania crashing the boards. You got to give credit that time to Caden Lancaster. He has played well here today off the bench. 6-point lead. Transylvania running a little clock right here as the shot clock down to 10. Double team at the top. The backdoor cut and the reverse layup good. Guess who? Lancaster. Those buckets are coming a little too easy. Back the other way, a blocked shot. As Schmitz can't get it.
They can move this to a 10-point lead.
And they will again slow it up here in the half court. Rose-Hulman looking for some answers here late. Reeser's been big. He has the basketball. Now it'll be Marshall. Marshall, 7 points today. Gives it up. The drive down the lane. Attempted dunk, but another foul, I believe, as Barr gets fouled. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 3:21 to go. And right now the Pioneers lead at 56-48.
Munster, who was both the athletic director and the basketball coach at the time, wrote me a letter. Said, we're interested in you coming to the school. And so I went over and visited in January or February of 1977 and kind of fell in love with the school. And I felt like if I can get a degree here, I'm going to get a job, and that mattered a lot to me. Hi, I'm Steve Hill, CEO and President of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. I get to work with an amazing team to promote Las Vegas as the #1 tourist destination and the go-to place for conventions, sports, and entertainment. We've helped expand the convention center, launch the Vegas Loop, and bring big events like the Super Bowl, Formula One, and WrestleMania to town. As chairman of the Stadium Authority, I also help oversee Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders, and the future A's ballpark.
Well, we are definitely down to crunch time. Taking another look at this last play. That was a great reverse layup there by Lancaster. And we have seen now a couple of times that Rose-Hulman defensively kind of losing their man, and it has cost them some buckets. So we will go to the line. Here is Hunter Barr.
They knocked these two down. They're up by 10.
Yeah, that's big with 3:21 to go. And all the momentum has really swung in the way of Transylvania's. You okay?
Yeah.
They're looking for a season sweep. I just want to make sure you didn't fall off your chair.
Oh, I almost did.
You did?
Yeah.
How would you explain that at home?
I'm just glad there's no camera on us right now because that was a little scary.
Barr gets another. He struggled at the line in the first half. He misses that one. Gentili with a rebound, the lead at 9. Right now, everything the Pioneers are trying to do is slow things up and make sure a lot of clock is being used. Here's Cole Pride back to Smith. Sizes up the defender, shoots the three short, and we've got a rebounding foul against the Pioneers. Janigas was the one who went to the floor, and trying to see what player it was who said he got hooked, and that was actually number 12, Ian Reeser. He said, listen, he hooked me down there. 3:02 remaining. Gentile, short. You could tell that was short when he released it.
I don't think you need that shot right there.
No, I don't either. Especially when the shots are not falling. Only 3 3-pointers the entire day for Rose-Hulman, only 1 in the second half. Here's Drew Marshall, and they know they can use a lot of clock right here, near steal. Reeser will get it back to Marshall. His three is no good. Janigas with a rebound, and then a foul call against the Pioneers. .230 remaining, and we are in the bonus now. Caps will pick up the foul. That's going to be number 4 on Caps. And Janigas at the line for a couple of big free throws. Has not been to the free throw line yet today. And this is only the 5th and 6th trip to the free throw line the entire day for the Fighting Engineers.
They have gone ice cold.
And here is again the opportunity for the Pioneers to run a lot of clock. They love that weave out above the three-point line. Shot clock now at 11. Good look here at Smith. Off now to Marshall. Back to Smith. 15-footer, no good. And another offensive rebound for Barr. And they try to throw it underneath. It was late. Turnover Transylvania. They probably should have just held on to it. Savovich back the other way. Ball loose off the block, and it will be Pioneer basketball. And then they almost throw it away again. Timeout, Pioneers. Now, here's what happened on the last play. I was watching the bench for Transylvania when they had the ball out here with Barr, and they were yelling, he's open. Well, by the time he reacted to it, it was too late.
Right.
You just need to tell your player, listen, you don't say anything at that point. You had...
Or you at least come to the ball.
Yeah, well, he was thinking he was going to have a backdoor cut, but Rose-Hulman read it well. And the thing is, you can't yell at your players, he's open, and then get a reaction a second later. It just doesn't work that way.
Gotcha. I completely agree.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As a coach, sometimes you just got to be quiet and let the players do their thing because he just looked too late. And fortunately if you're a Pioneer fan, it didn't cost them anything at the other end. But after that timeout, 1:39 remaining, the Engineers...
They have not scored in a long time.
Let me look at this real quick. In their games this year, the least points they have scored on the season in a loss throughout the entire, this would be the lowest at 48 at this stage. The 63 they had against Franklin was the previous low on the season, along with the 63 they had at Transylvania and 62 at Mount St. Joseph. So they've had some games like that, but they haven't had as low as 48.
If Transylvania wins this game, they'll go 9-4. Rose-Hulman will be 9-4. Franklin would be 9-4. Anderson could be 9-4, and Mount St. Joseph could be 9-4.
Yeah. It's kind of nutsy, isn't it?
Yeah, and then, yeah, it is.
By the way, in the ball game now will be J.C. Walbert, played sparingly, but it gives them an extra guard in the lineup as they're looking to run some more clock. Good look here at Reeser. Now it'll be Smith. Smith, the runner, no, and the rebound by Cole Pride.
Got to score. You got to score.
Here come the Fighting Engineers back the other way. Nate Smith, shot fake drive, off the glass, no good. And the battle for the rebound won by Transylvania.
How long have they been on 48?
A while. Been a while. Idlet was the one who got the rebound at the other end. Then they get the timeout. Speaking of the Pioneers right in front of their own bench, we'll stay here as well with 58.8. You might be able to tell us on the running score when the last time was that Rose-Hulman had put a point on the board. Because I'm sure it's been a little while. Yeah, this would be a season sweep for Transylvania, and if it came down, these two teams on the seeding at the end of the season, it would go to Transylvania. But by the end of the day, who knows? I mean, we could have 6 teams tied for first place. You talk about having a little more pressure now going down the stretch.
They have not scored in the 3 minute and 55 since the 3:55 mark.
So you're talking almost, it could be nearly 4 minutes by the time that they get the ball back. That'll be a foul on Torres, his third. And that will put Drew Marshall at the line. Well, Nick Sales is scheduled to come up and talk with you after the game. I'm curious to see what his reaction will be after that tough loss the other night. That was a tough start, but tonight it's been a tough ending.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, it'd be fine if you only gave up 58 to Transylvania, but the offense just not there. Marshall hits both free throws. 4 of 6 from the line. An 11-point lead. Savovich off the drive. Missed the layup and the rebound by Marshall. And it has been that kind of second half now for the Fighting Engineers. Sloppy play in the backcourt. Foul called on Nate Smith. And this may seal it right here with just 28.8 to go. Big win. In
Big
fact,
road win.
Yeah, already Transylvania celebrating a win here, as that will put Caps at the line. He's not scored, but his game has been being able to not only control the basketball, but the defense he plays. And he's also been playing with 4 fouls here in the second half, and now they're hitting their free throws. This game was 25-22
at halftime.
Rose-Hulman at halftime. Second free throw is good. Well, Transylvania is going to win their 5th in a row. They're going to go to 4-3 on the road, and 12-8 overall, but and more importantly, 9-4 in the conference. Here is Torres for 3, no good. The tip out back to Gentili. Here is another 3 on the way, no good by Pride, and that's going to do it. So Transylvania plays a much better second half. They will sweep the season series over Rose-Hulman, and they win it 61-48 for the Fighting Engineers. Now 9-4 on the season and 12-8, and they've lost their last 2 home games, Coach.
Yeah, now you have to go back to the drawing board, and now you go back on the road in a tough road game on Wednesday. You got to find some answers right now.
14 points by Reeser tonight. Hunter Barr had a big second half. He finished with 16 points. 9 points by Lancaster off the bench, 2 by Stone. Caps finished with 2. Marshall with 9. Smith with 6, all coming early in the first half. and Eilert finished with 3. On the other side, Studemeyer, he had 2 points, 4 points by Gentili, 4 by Savovich, 5 points by Torres, 8 points by Schmitz, 2 points by Nate Smith, 14 by Cole Pride, and 7 points by Janigas, only 2 points again by Murphy. But one player in double figures for the Fighting Engineers, and as I said, that is now their season low for points in a game.
Another tough loss for Rose-Hulman, so they go right back at it. And, you look at Transylvania, they really played well. Second half, they played very, very well.
Yeah, their entire demeanor was, again, much different in the second half for sure. But to come in here and pick up a win, especially after such a tough shooting start at the beginning of the game, you got to give credit, again, to the Pioneers for their win here tonight, because it looked like at one stage they were not going to get that offense going. And once they did and they started pressing a little bit more, didn't turn the ball over as much as they did in the first half, because there was a point there where Transylvania, they were turning the ball over left and right, and we said it early. If you can hit your free throws and if you can continue not turning the basketball over, you're going to win basketball games. So here's how Transylvania, they finished on the day at just 37% overall, 30% from three-point range, 62% from the line. They shot 21 free throws. By the way, Rose-Hulman shot only 5. On the other side, in the shooting department for Rose-Hulman, they finished the game at just 32%. They were 3 of 24 from three-point range for 12.5%. And again, 3 of 5 from the line for 60%. Points in the paint, here's another area. Rose-Hulman is generally very, very good in the paint, only 26 points in the paint today. 15 second-half points for Rose-Hulman, and bench points, Rose-Hulman a 22-13 edge there. But you got to think that Rose-Hulman had 11 turnovers. That wasn't a big factor, but there were some instances where they turned the ball over in key situations. They did turn Transylvania over 14 times in the game tonight as well. But that second half, much different. You look at Transylvania, they shot 54% in the second half, 23% in the first half.
They didn't score the last 4 minutes of the game.
That's crazy.
Didn't
yeah,
score.
That's a long
that's
stretch
long drive
of not getting points on the board.
Yep.
Let's see here. Other than that, really, that's about it. Rose-Hulman had, for the game, I think there's anything else. Just they had 11 points off turnovers. The turnovers didn't hurt Rose-Hulman as much in the transition because Transylvania just had 3 points off of turnovers. So that wasn't what hurt them. It was just the lack of scoring and inability to get the ball in the basket in the second half. So we are waiting for Nick Sales to make his way. Coach will talk to Nick Sales as soon as he makes his way up here and get his thoughts. Do you want to take a break, and then we'll come back and kind of see where it stands as, again, your final score tonight. Transylvania gets the win, 61-48.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
As you see, the floor is being taken care of by a lot of little kids running around. As we final score again,
61-48.
Yeah,
In case you're wondering.
A tough loss for Rose-Hulman. Wednesday night, we will be back here at Rose-Hulman as the women are in action. They play Hanover. That game time is at 7 o'clock. Troy Duragowski's on that call, right?
No.
You're not on that call?
Nope.
You're going to be on camera then?
I don't know. I haven't told you that
Okay,
yet.
that's right. That's Wednesday night. And then next Saturday, we're back here, doubleheader, as Anderson takes on Rose-Hulman at 1 and 3. Waiting for Coach for a few more minutes. And, you know, a game that we found out that Anderson beat Mount St. Joseph.
That's right.
So the standings will be a little bit different tomorrow morning when you wake up. And you may see a new number 1, right? If everybody's playing head-to-head.
Or everybody's going to be number 1 through the first 6 teams. And depending, it could be 7.
Yeah.
And that just shows you, again, with 5 games remaining, every game is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And again, the next 3 are going to be very difficult for the Fighting Engineers. Those last 2, Bluffton and Earlham, probably very winnable, yes. But you got to really find a way to win these next 3. Those were the standings before today. And you saw Rose lost, Mount St. Joseph lost, Franklin wins, Transy wins, Anderson wins. So everybody is
going to be 9 and 4.
9 and 4 through the top 5 teams, and then Hanover right behind them.
So the Hanover game is big Wednesday night.
Big Wednesday night. Yeah, it's definitely going to. Every game is going to be big. When you only have 5 remaining, every game is going to be extremely large. And that's back to the same thing you and I talked about time and time again. It's the little things that'll make the big difference. If you're not hitting free throws, if you're turning the ball over in key situations, if you're not making layups, you got to find a way to get those things done. Otherwise, if you don't, then you're going to have a difficult time winning games. So we're waiting to see if Nick Sales is going to make his way, and I'm not sure that he's going to. They're trying to check on him right now. I know it's awful difficult for coaches. You and I have been in this situation when you lose a game.
It's tough to talk about.
It is tough to talk about it. Because first off, you got to get your composure.
Yep.
Because you don't want to say something you regret. So it takes a few minutes just because you're probably saying some things to your team that you're not wanting to, say to anybody else. I know you did.
No, that's not right.
I know a lot of times you gave your teams a what for.
That's why you have a great coach's wife.
Yeah.
And he has a great coach's wife.
And the other thing it helps is having assistants. So the assistants can kind of give you a little bit of a, calming down effect as well. We're still waiting to see if Coach Sales is going to make his way to the press area. And we'll just, again, kind of hold off and get the yes or the no, I think, right now. Or, when they walk all the way over here, that janitor tells me he didn't think so.
So we're going to wrap it up?
Yep, he's not coming.
Okay.
So, again, final score, 61-48, Transylvania.
Whoa, wait a minute.
He is coming up?
He is appearing.
Oh, okay. He is now coming. So I'm going to step aside and let you take care of business.
Okay, I'll count his steps. Thank you. I'll let him know how his steps have been. So they are on the road on Wednesday, and we'll have them back on Saturday against Anderson, which now means very, very a big games in tune. That's why we love this league. The league is just unpredictable, and tough time, Coach. I understand, but thanks for coming up.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thanks for all you guys do.
We look at the standings. Mount St. Joe got beat tonight too against Anderson. So now I think if I calculate this right, 6 teams are now 9-4, Coach.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. Obviously I'm more worried about us with everything that we do, and we still got some big games down the stretch. I'm just disappointed this week. And today I didn't think it was energy. I thought we played tense today offensively. Defensively in that first half was really good. We've been guarding. But we had some looks. We didn't finish at the rim. And so we got to figure that out. We got to get our confidence and our swagger back.
To me, it seems like the last 4 games, it's been more aggressively and more physical than the first half of the season. First half of the season, they called some touch stuff. They let a lot of stuff go today.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and I'm amazed that we got to the line 5 times.
That's
to
it.
be completely
5.
honest, and it's not like we wasn't going to the rim strong. But our guys got to get even better. That's the key. They found a way to get there 21 times, and obviously we fouled a little bit late. But we got to be tougher. We got to find a way to get there. We got to find a way to knock them down. We shot 14 against Franklin, but we would go 6 for 14. So when we get there, we got to make them when we do get there, right? So I just think we got to get our swagger back. We got to get some confidence back, and finally get back to a rhythm. Now with obviously Monday, Tuesday being able to practice, then practice on Wednesday, but. This is a tough league with really good coaches, and this should be fun down the stretch. I just hope it's more fun for us than it is everybody else.
This time of the year, do you look back at film to see what you can do, or you've already played them once? How's your mindset there as a coaching staff?
Absolutely. We'll watch this film today. We'll show some clips of what we could have done better. And then, my assistant has the Hanover scout, so he's been watching them and trying to figure out to get us in the best position. But, what you do the first game, people going to make adjustments, right? So the first 4 to 8 minutes, you figure out, okay, are they guarding differently? What do you need to attack? And but at the end of the day for us, man, it's just about intensity, discipline, and just being more consistent.
Alumni Day was today. Also, the Hall of Fame, that kind of special set it up. A pretty nice crowd on hand. We just go back at it, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I want to obviously say thanks to all of our alums that have reached out and talked to me, and congratulations to the people that made the Hall of Fame. That is an awesome honor at a really good institution. And I also want to say, man, rest in peace to Scott Keller, our trainer. My first year here, he was like my assistant coach. I got the job August 1st. He was part of the selection process, man, and he was great. I remember sitting on the bus rides and asking him, am I doing the right thing, or do I got really good guys? And he just built so much confidence in me, making my adjustments so much easier. And so that it was a tough loss when I found out about that, man. He was awesome, and try to get our guys to be inspired through him for the rest of the season will be a huge part of us finishing strong.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely.
No snow in the forecast this week.
That's good, because we got to go on the road.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, you bet.
Bye-bye.
We wrap things up. As you see, thank Coach to stop by. We want to thank Aspen Creek Grill as well to sponsor that segment. For the whole entire team, we wish you lots of love. Goodbye, everybody.